According to a new report from the Daily Beast, Kari Lake this past weekend, at 11 p.m. her time on Saturday evening, made a, quote, intense, paranoid, and erratic phone call to her fellow failed Republican candidate Blake Masters, inquiring about these reports, saying, "You may run for Senate, Blake. What the hell is going on?" So here's what happened. Kari Lake, of course, has been rumored for months now to be considering running for Senate in Arizona for Kyrsten Sinema's seat. Now, Sinema, of course, now being an independent, she has not necessarily committed to running or not running, so we don't even know if she's in it. But she does have a very good Democrat that is officially running, Ruben Gallego, and Gallego right now is ahead in the polls. Even when Sinema's in the race, Gallego is still ahead in the polls if Kari Lake is the Republican challenger. And Kari Lake has kind of just assumed, I'm going to get this nomination, I'm not going to have to fight a primary, I'm going to be the candidate, and I'm going to go to the Senate. But then a few days ago, reports started coming out that Blake Masters might want to give it another go. Blake Masters thinks that he may be the one to take that Senate seat. And according to the reports, he even talked to Donald Trump about it, who Kari Lake, of course, has been nosing around way too much trying to get that VP nod. So, according to the reports, Lake called Masters, and as I said, it was intense, paranoid, and erratic, according to the witnesses who listened to the phone call. Let me read you this. Kari Lake asked him, quote, "Have your intentions changed?" And then Masters was like, "Hey, listen, I'm not going to get in the race if you're going to get in the race. However, you're dragging your feet on it. We need a candidate." And then he said, "You should have been in this race yesterday," according to the sources. And that pissed Lake off. So Lake then fired back, because she's still filing election challenges for 2022. But she said to Blake, she said, "You ran and hid under the bed as soon as the election was over." The sources then say that Masters told her, well, you can't win anyway. And then I got to read this from the Beast. According to one of the sources, Lake tried to be cool and suave about the call, but instead became rattled and defensive, while another source described Masters as angry and said the phone call was tense. By the end of the conversation, neither side had much clarity on the intentions of the other, but the discussion ended in familiar territory, with Lake, of course, being like, "Don't you think I won last year?" And for the record, Kari, if you thought you won last year, you wouldn't even be considering running for Senate because you'd be the rightful governor of Arizona, right? I mean, isn't that how that would work? But I think what's so funny about this is we've got two losers in Arizona that are both trying to say, "Hey, let me give it another go. I know the voters already rejected me once, not even a full year ago, but hey, what if I just stick my big dumb face right back in their faces? I'm sure they'll love me this time, right?" No, obviously the polls show that's not the case, but we're not dealing with a Republican Party that likes to deal with logic. We're dealing with a bunch of egotistical maniacs, and they don't care about what's good for their party or not. They just want to, again, put their big dumb faces out there and force voters once again to tell them thanks, but no thanks. We thought we already rejected you once. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.